Well, good morning, sixth graders. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Today's lesson is just a little bit different and unique than the other ones. This is not going to be a long video, just a few minutes, but I kind of want to go over what you're going to need to do. Two things that you're going to need to do today. And the first set of directions that you're going to be dealing with works with faces, edges, and vertices of some sort of solid figure. Okay? First of all, it's important that you know what these are: faces, edges, vertices. A face is any flat surface, like this front area would be considered a face. This top area would be considered a face. So a face is any flat area. So if I look at this figure and I'm counting the faces, I can see that I have one in the front, I have one in the back, I have one here to the right, I have one here to the left, I have one here at the top, and I have one at the bottom. So this particular figure has 6 faces. Now edges are these lines right here. All right? So if I want to go through and mark my edges, I see, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I see that I have one there, that's 5. One back here, that's 6. One way back here, that's 7. And then I don't want to forget about this one, that's 8. I have this one here, that's 9. This one here, that's 10. One here, that's 11. And one here, that's 12. So I have 12 edges on this figure. Now, a vertices, that's plural. The singular form of this word is vertex. And a vertex is where 2 edges meet. So that would be considered a vertex, where this edge and this edge meet. So I'm going to kind of go ahead and circle each of my vertices. So we already have one circled. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And I see back here, I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So a place where 2 edges meet is called a vertex. So I can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here in the front, 1, 2, 3, 4 there in the back, giving me a total of 8 vertices. All right, so sometimes they're going to be pyramids. Now a pyramid is any figure that has a base with triangles going up. So this would be a pyramid. Now, so if I'm looking once again for my faces, which are my flat surfaces, I see that I have one flat surface on the side, okay, or at the bottom, at the base. And since this base figure has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, from each side is a triangle. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles that come up. So I have my 1 square base and then my 4 triangles, giving me a total of 5 faces. Now if I count the edges, we've already determined that my base has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And then if I look at my different triangles, I can see, well, I've got one there, I've got one there, I've got one there, and I marked the wrong one there. And so my base one is actually here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for my triangles, I have one here, one here, one here, one here. So giving me 4 edges there with my triangles. And that gives me a total of 8 edges. Now, for each of my vertexes where the edges meet, I'm going to have one here in each corner of the base. That's going to give me 4. And then I've got a vertex here where all of my triangles meet at a point like a pyramid does. And so that's going to give me a total of 5 vertices, therefore at the base and one at the top. So that's the first part of what you're doing. You're going to be given pictures of either a prism like this or a pyramid like this of some sort, and you're going to have to figure out how many faces, edges, and vertices each figure has. Now, the second part of what you're doing, and we're going to do some quick demonstrations here, but I'm kind of just going to use the same ones that we did. You're going to have to draw the solid, okay? So first of all, let's say you want to draw a rectangular prism. The first thing that you want to remember is that a prism is a figure that has a base on each side, two bases, and then they're connected by rectangles. So if it was a triangular prism would have like a triangle here connected by a bunch of rectangles. All right, and then we'd kind of have our triangle there, and we'd kind of connect them, make them a little three-dimensional. And so you see we have a triangle here and a triangle here connected by a rectangle here to the right, a rectangle down there to the left, and a rectangle there at the bottom. That would be a triangular prism. Now, if I wanted to have a rectangular prism, I would kind of basically have something like this, which is kind of what I had in the first picture. That there is a rectangular prism. And I'm not looking for expert artwork. I'm looking for neat artwork. Okay, not a bunch of scribbling. Should look like a sixth grader did it. But this is kind of the idea. And then you would kind of use these dotted lines to kind of make it three-dimensional. And there you would have a rectangular prism with a rectangle here in the front, a rectangle here in the back. That would be your bases. And they're connected by rectangles. And since a rectangle has four sides, there's going to be four rectangles connecting it. One here to the right, one here at the top, one here to the left, one here at the bottom. And that's a prism. Now we also have pyramids. This is a pyramid. Now I talked about a pyramid, how a pyramid has a base and then it has triangles going up from each side of the base. So if you had a triangular pyramid, it would have a base of a triangle, and then each of the three sides of the triangle would have another triangle rising up out of it to meet at a point at the top. This here would be a square pyramid, all right? And when we make a square pyramid, and we'll go ahead and put here, square pyramid. We'll go ahead and put that. When I do a square pyramid, we kind of just, doesn't truly look like a square, looks more like a parallelogram, but you kind of get the idea for drawing purposes. But kind of what we do is then we bring that up, all right? And then we kind of bring it up. There's one triangle. Then we kind of connect that. There's our back triangle. Then we kind of bring this up to complete it. And that gives us our left and our front triangle. All right, so you can kind of see three-dimensionally a little bit how that looks like a pyramid with our square base and a triangle here to the right, triangle in the back, triangle to the left, triangle in the front, rising up to a point at the top. All right, hope everything goes well. This is lesson 7.4. Talk to you later, 6th grade. Bye.